There's something about doing a set, like a late night set, and you know you're bombing, but you have to change it in the spot, in the moment, and you have to survive in those situations. And I think the roasting and poking and a little bit of bullying is healthy because I do.
It is.
Because when somebody is bombing on the Tonight Show, right? And they've done thousands of sets in the OR, right? And bombed in the OR, they know how to handle it, right? There's something about bombing, you know, with honor, right? We bomb with honor all the time, where it's like, it's not going well, but you know what? I'm going to win this, right? The audience is not going to fucking beat me,
Yeah.
right? And you walk off stage, you could sleep that night, right?
And you go, wow, they really did beat me. That's I really didn't think they were gonna.
Yeah. Have you ever had a bomb that sits with you?
I was headlining in Philadelphia, where I'm from,
Helium?
2 Christmases ago. No, what's the other one? The one they had one in
Funny Bone?
San Francisco.
Punchline?
Punchline.
Yeah.
Punchline. And my mom came, my parents came. And my mom, it was Christmas, she threw a wrapped present onto the stage when I was 3 minutes in and had not won the audience yet. So then I had to take the present and address that something had been thrown at me. I had to then...
And you're headlining?
I'm headlining. I had to then introduce my mom. I had to then unwrap the present. I had to explain. My mom was at the time owned a eBay drop-off store for a hobby because she didn't make any money, but she liked seeing the things and doing the research. And so she had gotten all these things from a nursing school, and one of the things she got was a fake arm that nurses were using to poke IVs in and stuff. So it had like fake cuts in it. It was this like arm. And when she threw up the box, I went, what is this? One of those rubber fists? Like,
Yeah.
and then it ended up being kind of one of the rubber. And then it was like hard to, and then I had to be like, my mom has an eBay drop-off store, like the 40-year-old virgin, but it was after that. It was just like this, a lot of explanation. I was so hurt that my mom was heckling me physically with throwing objects. I was so upset.
Yeah.
And then I didn't want to hurt my mom, so I didn't want to like yell at her or kick her out. That I just bombed like it was just the most uncomfortable, sweaty. I felt so kind of like unsafe and all that. It just was really bad.
Those are the worst ones because, especially when you have like 30 or 40 minutes to go, right? And you're bombing hard and there's nothing that you can do. Like you threw out your best joke, right?
And it got nothing.
It got nothing. And now you're in it, right? And you can't really show what you feel. Right? You can't. This is how you feel.
Right.
Oh fuck!
Right.
I want to go home. Right? You have to still do a yeah. You guys didn't like that one either, huh? But
Yeah.
inside, you're feeling this thing.
Oh my God! When you have to end with going like, "Well, take care."
Yeah.
I hope you guys do well in life. I'll never see you again.
Right.
Thank you.
Or then early on when I was headlining, I would steal like hacky. You know what I mean? Jokes like, you know what I mean?
Oh, you're canceled.
What?
Canceled.
Yeah, I would say stuff like, I'm available for children's parties after you say a dirty joke,
Yeah.
right?
The go-tos.
Or the go-tos, right? And then people are like,
They
Bill
only
Hicks
bomb
did,
when you're at it.
Bill Hicks did that.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean?
Oh, when they catch you, that's bad.
Yeah.
I bombed an entire weekend at Foxwoods Casino. Entire weekend.
That
The most painful, like
that was
every
the
set.
worst. I've never been back one time, right? I remember doing Foxwoods. There was a curtain, right? I laid with my shirt off beyond this curtain like this, and I was crying. I could still see the audience get up and go like, that was the most weird show. That was a weird
Wait,
show.
they had sofas in the front too, didn't
Yeah.
they? Ugh.
I just remember being in the back like this, crying, and just another thing, you just contemplate your life.
Yeah.
You
Oh
go,
yeah, no, I
maybe
thought I should quit. I was like, I
should do
this.
commercial acting. Yeah, it's
So
terrible.
at that time I had a show on E that literally no one watched, but I got a little bit like, okay, I've made it. It was after Chelsea ended, and then E was doing like all of these sample shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't let myself go as far to be like, I'm the next Chelsea or anything like that. But I was like, maybe I'll have a show and I can just tour and I'll be fine. No. So I'd been focusing on the show. And then I was like, guys, I got to leave early. I got to leave on Thursday because I'm doing a weekend. It's going to be great. I'm a headliner. And I fly out to Connecticut. And of course, it's kind of close to some friends I have. I'm like, people from college I'm like, come, it's going to be great. We'll go to the casino. I mean, I bombed from the second one girl was like, you're not funny. And I was like, you're actually bad at your job too, because you're supposed to be laughing. And then they're all like,
yeah.
And then, of course, my openers are the hackiest pieces of shit, and they're crushing. They're doing so well.
I know.
And then my openers who are so bad are coming up to me like, do you want some tips? And I was like, absolutely not. Get away from me. But what? But what is it? And then at my last show, it was on Sunday night, the owner's son, who also does stand-up, was like, do you want an edible? And I was like, no, I'm not going to smoke and go on stage. I'm not going to get high on stage. And he goes, it can't get worse. And I went, give me the edible. And he was right and then my opener was bombing for the first time. It was so exciting. He hadn't bombed the entire weekend. He was bombing so hard and he was sweating and he did 45 minutes because he was trying to get a laugh.
Right.
Never got it. I was like, join my club, bitch. Wouldn't get off the stage. They're lighting him over and over again. By the time he gets off the stage, I'm the highest I've ever been in my life. The edible has kicked in. I was like, oops.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being fun because I was just fucking around and stuff. But it was just so bad. So then on the plane ride home, I'm weeping. Okay. I'm just crying so hard. I have the window seat. And then there's this black guy next to me. He's about 50. Okay. He's in a suit. He looks like a good guy, but you don't know yet until you talk to him.
Yeah.
So he goes, what's wrong? He has an African accent. And I go, oh, I just had a bad weekend. I am a comedian. I bombed the entire show. It was so painful. My friend from college came. I'm so humiliated. And I go, well, what do you do? And he was like, oh, wait, first he goes, maybe you should try thinking. He's like, you know what I think you need to do? You need to try thinking about other people. He goes, try doing something for someone else. And it was so cutting and so true, but like painful. And then I go, okay, well, what do you do? And he's like, I'm a doctor. I was born in Africa. I was the only person in my village to get out. I won a scholarship. I went to France. I studied. I got my degree. I now work with Doctors Without Borders. I'm going back to Africa to save AIDS babies. And I was like, do you want free tickets to the comedy?
Yeah.
It was just so humiliating. It was like an angel next to me.
Yeah.
He was like, try volunteer work. I was like, try doing something selfish. It also feels good.
Yeah. The worst is when you have a local opener, and they do a reference, and the audience laughs. Yeah, just like Benningham Junction, and the whole people laugh, and you're like, Benningham Junction? What the fuck? You know what I mean? And then it's like, because you don't know the area, right? And people laugh at fucking local shit that you're not even fucking aware of. Just like the tits on the Highway 5. You're like, what is tits? You know what I mean? Because there used to be. You know on the what I think it's a 5. Cap Pendleton.
Yeah.
They have those nuclear, right, and they look like breasts. So headliners